What is a childhood coping method you unknowingly developed only to realize later that it wasn't normal? Blocking out all background noise to avoid emotional damage from whatever's going on. Constantly trying to preempt or diffuse situations. Always checking the mood of the room. Pretending laughter to lighten up my parents' interactions. I can cut people out of my life and stop caring about people at the snap of my fingers, and I do it far too often to people who sometimes may not deserve it, to keep myself safe. Trying to think, mentally prepare myself for every possible horrible thing that could happen to me, so that if it did, I wouldn't be blindsided. It didn't work. Assuming people are mad at me based on their vocal tone. Maladaptive daydreaming. Much to my surprise, at 29, I discovered that most people can't escape into their minds and go on adventures with full storylines, world building, characters, etc. Constantly daydreaming about a better life that I actually didn't have the ability to attain. Not doing anything till the last minute, so I feel pressured to do it, and when I finish doing it I feel useful. Disassociation and maladaptive daydreaming. I just learned that's an actual thing with a name. Laughing at pain. If I get hurt I laugh. I do it because I don't want the people around me feeling uncomfortable. I do it even when people aren't around. It hurts. Making a joke about or laughing at unacceptable behavior is a means of trivializing rather than confronting the behavior. Mine was food hoarding. I'd sneak food and water into my room for when I had none. Only realized this year that most people don't have stashes of food hidden around the place. Manipulating or tearing people down. Coping mechanism for my sad insecurity. Saying I am sorry all the time. Eating too fast. I remember noticing this even as a child still. I was always done first and I never outgrew it. Neglect and abandonment issues. Mine was thinking it's all my fault, then proceed to experience pleasure through planning my death. Or killing everything. Stealing. I used to steal my classmates' erasers, small toys, etc. just for the thrill of it when I was little. It'd get addicting. Hoarding food. I learned how to recognize different people's footsteps. Being gaslight to the point where I don't trust my gut feeling anymore. I learned to lie rather convincingly. I was petrified of getting in trouble for the smallest things that I learned to hide quite a bit. I had such high anxiety as a kid. Suppression. I just start walking with no destination for hours. 6 hours is kind of normal, but it takes something big to get me to do those long walks. People pleasing. Hiding under my bed covers. Apologizing when it's not even my fault or I'm not even involved, also thinking everyone is angry at me just because they're quiet. Hiding in the closet. Wearing black clothes so my mom wouldn't do the laundry that often. Always conflict in my house, so I just hid all the time. Now I can't deal with my problems. Too much video games. Self-depreciating jokes. If I make fun of myself first, it won't hurt as bad when someone else makes fun of me. Drug and alcohol abuse to muffle the feelings of having been raped at age 3. My whole "I don't give a shit what anybody thinks" attitude. Great for deflecting homophobia, but also great for accidentally insulting people and being brutally blunt. My biggest issue is literally running away from conflict because of my parents cornering me all the time. Cleaning or doing things behind the scenes for my family so they're always happy. Life goes smoothly and my life is serene. The latter isn't the case, unfortunately. I'm exhausted and always on edge. Dark humor. Like super fucked up self-depreciating comments that I played off as jokes. I'm a worthless piece of shit. But that's okay 'cause no one cares, then I'd go steal some alcohols. I avoid asking for help at all costs, even if it would make life much easier for me. I'd pull out my eyelashes. Apologizing for everything. I'm not going to dig deep for you guys on this, but it's a major sign of childhood abuse. Maladaptive daydreaming. Shutting down when faced with confrontation. Eating food in a closet. Being as secretive as possible. Severe disassociation. Being locked in a dark room. Living in constant fear. Seeing self-loathing as an obligation. Lots of things lol. Needing alone time. Listening closely to what's going on in my apartment or the people I know around me to hear if anyone is upset or talking about me or yelling or fighting. Believing that if I'm thin and pretty, people will like me and therefore always striving to meet an unattainable ideal through unhealthy means. Being able to walk damn near silently and being able to tell someone's mood by their footsteps. Overeating. To isolate. As soon as tension builds, I look for a way out. To hell with people. Damn. Honestly came here to make a joke. Then read a few comments. I'm sorry so many of you went through so much horror. Blocking out my emotions. Because men don't show emotions, however, it would just lead to me exploding with anger. 8 years old and OCD, specifically counting. Trauma is a hell of a thing. Rejecting others before they reject me. Turns out most people aren't so bad. And the ones that aren't for me just aren't for me. If anybody around me is slightly angry or irritated, I don't speak, make noise or any sudden movements lol. So they won't notice or target me. Works most of the time. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.